Perfect.
We'll chat all about that.
And they're talking about that. There's Matt McCarl with New Leaf Hyperbarics and Wellness. Matt, thanks for being here.
Yeah, absolutely, Rick.
Hey, you guys, I'm Rick Dancer, and Relay for Life is a huge deal, especially for cancer survivors and anyone involved with cancer. And this year, because of COVID-19, big changes in the way it happens. Obviously, you can't get all those people together. Matt, you've been involved with this many, many times.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we try to get teams together every year. Being with Eugene Chamber of Commerce, they get a team together every year as well. So the Relay for Life is really important for helping folks get the money they need to be able to use for the Cancer Society be able to do what they do. It's pretty cool.
And we're going to talk with some folks from the American Cancer Society in just a couple of minutes. But beforehand, because there's a lot of services that they offer. When I had cancer, I had no idea. And right. I've since learned all the things that they do for people in our community that I had no idea about. With you, Matt, I want you to talk a little bit. Oh, there's David. David Bowden saying hi.
Hey, David.
Matt, talk a little bit about what hyperbarics is a really good option for people when they're going through treatment to make it more tolerable.
Absolutely. There's been more and more studies every year on hyperbarics helping with cancer. First thing we want to do is we want to okay it with the oncologist that the client's working with, make sure that they're on board with what we're doing. Most of the time, the client will get, say, like their chemo treatment or the radiation, and then come in for hyperbarics to help them recover from the side effects of the radiation or the chemo, as well as it's depending on the type of cancer. It's been shown that the hyperbarics will help intensify what the chemo is doing to the tumor per se, and that type of thing to help it work more efficiently. So maybe they need less treatments. A lot of our clients are also doing a more natural type approach and using like high dose vitamin C infusions and things like that are more natural and not quite as invasive on the body as far as the other areas that can be harmed or affected by the radiation and the chemo.
Because what hyperbarics does is just basically flood your body with high doses of oxygen, and your body works faster and better when it has more oxygen to heal.
Correct. Yeah. And it allows it to get into places that it wouldn't normally be able to get into because it's in the plasma. So it can get 5 times farther into every cell in the body, helping to heal those areas, as well as this natural detoxifier. So folks that are doing the chemo, it helps detox the chemo out after it's done what it needs to do. And so it's not affecting other areas of the body that it can affect and maybe damage.
It's also so on a personal thing, it's so relaxing. And one of the things I think I really appreciated when I was having cancer, when I had cancer and was going through treatment, was just you needed some way to just relax. And that gives you an hour to just detox not only your body, but just your brain.
Absolutely. Yeah. And an hour minimum even. I mean, you can be in there for 90 minutes to 2 hours at a time as well. So folks that are doing some pretty intense stuff, they may consider doing a longer treatment and then having more time to recuperate, like you were just saying.
So Matt is sponsoring our show, New Leaf Hyperbarics. Hey, Matt, I noticed, and I don't know if it's still good, but you had a special over the weekend. I saw it. You didn't even tell me, and I saw it on there for Monday.
Well, yeah, I did. For last Monday, I had a special. We were looking at the schedule and like, ooh, it's a little light. Let's do like a little quick 1-day blast sale where folks can get in on that day specifically at a special rate. So every now and again, pay attention to what we're doing out there. We'll post it up on our Facebook page. We'll send out emails and stuff like that, where we'll do like a 1-day hot flash sale or something like that, where folks can get a special rate just for that day.
So they need to be on your Facebook page, in other words.
That does help.
Yeah, I saw it. I was like going, oh my God, I missed this, but that's really cool, Okay, so let's bring on, here's Brenda Webber. Hey, Brenda.
Hello, how are you?
And here's Kristen, and they are the folks with Relay for Life. So, Kristen, what are we doing this year, since we're not all going to the big field and doing the event that way? How is this modified? I was talking to Priority One, and they're super excited about getting involved with this. It's kind of went on wheels, didn't it?
Yeah, it's definitely, it's a little different this year. And because we cannot gather at PK Park for all the fun, we will be having mostly a virtual event on our YouTube channel.
So how does that work? What's that going to be like?
Well, at 3:30 on Saturday, July 25th, we will kick off our event on YouTube, on the Relay for Life of Eugene Springfield YouTube channel with opening ceremony. So following opening ceremony, just to give you a little look, 4 o'clock to 5 is a live stream fundraiser. And that'll be our one kind of like live thing on YouTube that we're doing, where we're interacting and taking donations for lots of different games and activities that we have. And then following that, Survivor ceremony. And this year, unfortunately, the Survivor Lab is such a big deal. I mean, for survivors, for caregivers, for family members, for everyone. And so we came up with the idea of the Survivor Lab in your neighborhood or where you're at. So for social distancing purposes and to keep everybody safe, we're encouraging people following the YouTube Survivor ceremony to go out in their neighborhoods and take their lap and celebrate themselves right there at home.
That's a cool idea. So you could do this as a little fundraiser in your neighborhood with your 10 or fewer friends, or if you're in your car, you could cruise around. It's really getting out of the box and thinking of a different way to raise money.
It really is, and a different way to honor survivors. I mean, usually we have those long tunnels of people, and we're clapping and cheering as survivors make their way around the track, and we just can't do that this year. And we just didn't want that to go away. We had to figure out a way to do it. So encouraging people to take their Survivor Lab where they're at, in their community, in their neighborhood, is what we came up with. So.
Joshua just put up your YouTube channel on the comment section for us. I have some very, very helpful people and followers. When they hear something, they start throwing things on the comment section. So Josh, thanks for doing that. I love this audience. This is a great thing. Brenda Webber, how are you?
Hi.
So tell folks about some of the stuff. I mean, Matt was talking about how hyperbarics can help people, because I don't think people understand that when you're in treatment, there's a lot of other things going on. But you guys, as the American Cancer Society, you do a lot of things for people to take them to appointments and on. And give me your spiel.
Yeah, I mean, well, we like to say that we fight cancer from all angles. So there's a variety of things that we do to fight cancer, get on the front end of it, as well as support cancer patients and their families. Hi, Alicia Allen from Priority One is saying hello to us. So, research is our big main pillar of what we do to save the most lives the fastest. Right now in Oregon alone, we have over $1 million in cancer research grants right now. Or I said 11 million. Anyway, sorry. Chime in if I'm saying something wrong, Kristen. So now I'm all distracted.
This is just like my wife and me. It's like, I love that.
She's on mute, so I can't hear if she's correcting me or not.
When I do something, that's good.
11.1 million, is that what you're saying?
I was saying 11 million.
That's what I said, I thought. Anyway, so we're botching this. So that's just in Oregon alone. And we also have a variety of programs and services for cancer patients and their families. Right now with COVID, some of that is on hold and some of it is different, because normally, I think you were talking about the Road to Recovery program that we have, Rick. Right now, we cannot have cancer patients with immune compromised systems in cars with our volunteers taking them back and forth to treatment. So some of it is on hold. What we want everyone to know is that if you get diagnosed with cancer, or if someone you know does, please have us be the second or third call you make. The first couple are, of course, to your family, but call the 1-800-ACS-2345. It's a toll-free 24/7 number that you can call to get access to any resource that you may need that we may have for you. And what's important to know is that it isn't just a database of resources that the American Cancer Society has. Other people can register their services. So if someone has a support group, they can call and register their service. Matt, maybe that's something you could know. If you haven't done that yet, you have to get approved, and there's an application process to make sure it's something that ACS would refer someone to, and it sounds like that they would. So anyone can call and say, here's what I need, here's what I want, here's what I'm going through, and get endless amounts of information and resources based on where they live and what they need.
So Matt, you were talking before we got started here, and you're working with a woman right now who has a brain cancer or something?
Yeah, she has brain cancer, and she's been coming to see us for treatments. And the tumor is pushing on areas in her brain that causes massive pain. Her left side of her body would get numb, tingly, and be almost like she had a stroke where it wouldn't work. She started coming to see us. She regained use of her hand and her arms and her leg on that side, as well as her pain is reduced so much that she told her doctor that he needed to write her a prescription for the chamber at her home, or he needed to put her back on fentanyl because the pain was too great without the fentanyl. But the hyperbarics reduces the pain that she doesn't need the fentanyl. So when we are done here, I'm actually hopping in my van that has now got a chamber setting in it that I get to deliver to her today down in Myrtle Creek, because it's an 1.5-hour drive to our clinic every day. Or when she comes. And so it's much easier just to have one in her home.
So that's something I think a lot of people don't know is Matt, he also rents the units for your house. So if you're going through treatment, you got 12 weeks of treatment and you just want to do it that way so you don't have to go anywhere, especially with COVID. It's in your home. And also you can buy them. So because once you do it, have you guys done it, Brendan and Kristen?
I have not.
Isn't it? Oh, Brenda, you got to go do it. You come out of there and you feel like you're like, I mean, not like I have ever really smoked marijuana, but you feel really stoned. You're just like really relaxed. Look at Matt, he's laughing. I got out there and I was like, yeah, I'm fine. You know, it was like the greatest thing. You guys, Kaylin just put something on here, which is great. We're collecting luminary bags. They are a $5 donation can be made to, and there's the organization. All bags will be placed at the Luminary Drive-Thru happening at First Baptist Church in Eugene, 8 to 10 on July 25th. So is that where people can just, Kristen, can people just drive through then? And tell how that works.
Yep. At First Baptist Church, Saturday night from 8 to 10, we will have all of the Luminaria bags that people have decorated or made donations for. We'll have them out all throughout that park. That's a huge parking lot out of that church. And so there's going to be a course, and people will start at one end, get in and drive through and see all of the Luminaria bags that have been decorated this year.
That's such a great idea. And priority one is going to be out there with me. I'm going to be out there with them at 3:00, kind of reminding people to come out and do this. So it's really is kind of hard because cancer survivors, this is like a big event for people. It's really a healing thing. And you're trying your hardest, Brenda and Kristen and everybody, to make this as much as we can, something that is going to be memorable for people. It's just going to be a different way. And I guess we all have to just be open to doing things differently right now.
Absolutely. I mean, that is the one thing that we, had to really think about, because the Luminaria ceremony is like that big, like people come to be a part of that for many reasons. And so having this drive-through is enabling people to come, stay in the safety of their own car, and just drive through and still be able to take part and look at all of the bags and see all of the bags in honor of survivors, in memory of survivors that we've lost. I mean, it's such an emotional ceremony. So we still had to come up with, that component, like that and still have that presence. So we're really hoping that people in the community, even if they've never done relay before, this is their chance. Come out and drive through those bags and see what it's about. And then you'll want to come next year and be a part of it.
I'll tell you that first 2 years after I got done with my cancer treatment and stuff, to go to that event, it was really, it tore me apart. But it was so, and one of the guys, I remember the first year, I walked with a guy, Daryl, and we walked together around the track, and he'd done it before. And then Daryl passed away a few years ago. But I still have those pictures and those memories. And it's really important to the families and the other survivors and the people who didn't survive, but their loved ones who are still here, just to be driving in the cars and seeing a whole community of hundreds and hundreds of cars going through there. It reminds them that their friends, their family members matter.
Yeah.
Well, and I would like to add, if I can, that, right now people's support is more important than ever. We have most of our income come in during March through October. And so when COVID hit, we realized right away we were going to have a $200 million shortfall, massive layoffs, selling of real estate, offices being sold, staff cuts, salary reductions, massively. Luckily, Kristen and I are still here because we fund the mission, and that's what the donors want and need us to do. And so if people could be so bold and just to make the biggest donation they can, even if they can't come to the event, to esrfl.org. We need it now more than ever. That's, we need to continue our programs and services. We have to continue funding research, and we're saving every penny. We're not going anywhere. We're not traveling. We're not doing anything that costs any money. And so I want everyone to know $10 matters, $25 matters, anything anyone can do, all adds up. We always say that we're nickel and diming cancer to death, and we have to keep it going now. So now more than ever, we need the support. We appreciate it.
And it's funny because we always talk about, like, especially supporting, right, like in this time, supporting our business friends, and showing that support to people, going in and ordering food out or that kind of, I know Matt has been doing that, stuff like that. And this is really, $10. If everybody out there share this thing on your page, let people know. And if everybody was throwing out $10, you can make up the difference. And it really is putting the money, kind of hitting the rubber with the road, Yep. Okay, you guys, thank you. So again, one more time, Kristen, give us the details. It's Saturday, starts when, where, blah, blah, blah.
3:30, Saturday, July 25th, opening ceremony. I believe it's youtube.esrfl.org is the YouTube channel, or Relay for Life of Eugene Springfield, or the link that your friend Joshua shared. And we'll have all the ceremonies: opening, survivor, luminaria, and then in addition to that, take your lap where you're at in your community, and then come out to the drive-through at First Baptist Church at 8 o'clock and drive through all of those beautiful bags. And we still need bags. So check out the posts that have been being made, or check out our website, esrfl.org, to dedicate a luminaria bag.
And Kaylin just wrote on here that luminary bags have been sponsored by local businesses to be used by anyone who cannot afford the donation to make a bag. They can message us on Facebook page. We will make sure the bag is made for them and placed out for the event. Kaylin, can you put that in the comment section of your Facebook page? Put a link to your Facebook page in the comment section so people will know and they can get to that.
Yep.
Matt, thank you for sponsoring the show.
Thank you, Matt.
Absolutely.
This is where the rubber hits the road, and I love the fact that we do this. And it was such a great tie because, you guys, if you are in treatment, try Matt out. Try the Hyperbarics. And also, they do massage. I mean, for God's sake, just enjoy. When I had a friend who had found out he had prostate cancer, I was going, what should I get him? And it was like, I bought him a massage. I said, of all things, you need your muscles worked out and you just need a break. So there's a lot of different things. They also do infrared treatment. I did it on my broken wrist and it helped. It took the swelling down. It was amazing. So there's a lot of things you can do for people. If you know somebody who has cancer, get them a treatment with Matt and go talk to him because he'll make you a deal. He's a wheeler dealer.
And Rick, if people could just know that there's so much more that we do campaign-wise and fundraising-wise and program and services-wise than we can even talk about right now. So please, just to get in touch with us. We do all kinds of things, advocacy with legislators and across the country. We just do so much stuff we can't even talk about in this time period. So please just get in touch with us.
So Relay for Life is really what helps fund all that other stuff you're doing. When you're going to the legislature and working to get laws changed so that they benefit people that are going through treatment and sponsorships, that kind of stuff, that's what you're doing.
Yeah. So yeah, Relay for Life is the big funder of all of it. We also have the Real Men Wear Pink campaign of Lane County. That's directly earmarked towards breast cancer research. And that's really fun if anyone wants to do that this year. That's
when is
awesome.
that?
Huh?
When is that?
So we're recruiting men now for the campaign. The actual sort of social media campaign is in October, but right now we're getting all of the people who are going to do it and getting their photo shoots done. And so Real Men Wear Pink of Lane County, reach us to us about that because it's amazing.
Matt, I think, not like I'm hitting on you, but I think you would look good in pink. Maybe you ought to.
Oh, they look fantastic in pink.
See, maybe you ought to, connect with these people, and
All right.
You got a lot of air.
I think that coif on top of your head would look really good in pink too.
I'm actually trying to get Rick. He says he doesn't promote the head of it, which is awesome.
Brenda, I'll tell you this. You get your guys together and I'll do anything I can to promote you, okay?
Kill it.
I will help you in
Thank
any
you,
way I can. It's just a lot. It's time that I don't have right now, but it's like I will do whatever I can do to help you promote the thing.
And it's worth its weight. I was just jabbing you.
No.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
But yeah, just so you know, I look really awesome in pink.
100%.
Are you kidding? That hair with pink?
I mean, I wouldn't even be able to even.
I was teasing people the other day on here. I was going, oh my God, do you know what it takes to get that? Do you know the hair products that I use for this and the hair dryer? And the people at the gym just make fun of me all the time. And I just don't care anymore. I'm too old.
It's like staring into the sun. I mean, it's just majestic.
And that is my complete opposite. But
Yep.
you know, bald is in.
It is.
You guys, thank you so much for doing this.
Thank you guys.
And Brenda, thank you for doing this for the community and the survivors and their families in our community. Matt, thank you for doing all that you do and by sponsoring this, giving them a voice and a way to put this out there so people will know. Appreciate all.
Thanks, Matt. Thanks, Rick. Love you guys.
Have a good day.
Rick.
Hey, so other people know that Saturday night's the big night to do everything. All right, you guys. See you later. Have a good day.
Bye.
All right, see ya. I'm gonna go like this. Matt, thank you for sponsoring. I really appreciate you.
Oh, no worries. Yeah, that was good.
Get that. You should take a little video. You putting that thing down there. If you think of a way to do that, I'll stick it out there for you. I think people should see that.
I'll be taking pictures once it's set up. I'll take pictures of the owner and stuff like that.
Yeah. Give us a little
Put it
story
on
about it.
Facebook.
People would love that. All right, Matt. Thank you. All right, you guys. So again, now sponsored by Matt McCarl with Hyperbaric and Wellness Center, and they just do some amazing stuff. They helped me through my wrist. I helped my wife. She was banged up and bruised, and it really helped her with hers too. Tonight at 4:00, we have kind of a special show. It's a Buck Stops Here, sponsored by Buck Sanitary Service. And have a Dr. Roger Klein. Heard him the other day talking about COVID-19 on KPNW. And I've worked some magic, and we're going to do a live with him at 4:00. He has a different perspective than what you hear a lot in the media. So it may entice you. It will educate you, and it may make you angry. I don't know. But I think we should be educating ourselves about everything going on, not just one side of an issue. So we're going to give him some say, ask him some questions. You can come on and ask questions. That's at 4:00 right here on Get Real with Rick Dancer. All right. Have a good day. I got work to do. See ya.